There it is. There it is. Took a minute to get it going, but there it is. That's what's up. Can you guys hear me okay? Can everybody hear me okay? Mic check, mic check, mic check. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Tuesday. Are you ready? Am I a little much? You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's early, bro. It's early. Yes, it's early, and I hope you're ready for today's episode of Hashtag Rise and Grind, because it's going to be a powerful one. I'm super excited. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's dive in. Come on. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? See, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts.
Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to 8, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Oh my goodness, this is an exciting day for me. My goodness, this is exciting. We got all kinds of things going on. We're up in the production value across the board, and it is a little bit wild, man. A little bit wild, a little bit entertaining. But listen, I am so glad you are here. Today is Tuesday. That's right, Taco Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, January 19th, 2021. Unbelievable. This month is just absolutely flying by. It is absolutely unbelievable. So today is Tuesday, January 19th, 2021. I am Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to 8, and the host of Hashtag Rise and Grind, as well as the creator of the Rise and Grind group on Facebook. The Rise and Grind group is where we have over 30,000 members, and it is a space that is filled with nothing but motivation, education, and inspiration. I promise you, it is the safest place on the internet. There's all kinds of moderators in there making sure that that is the case. So none of the nonsense goes in the Rise and Grind group. It is not allowed. Listen, I'm super excited to be here with you today. 790 episodes removed from the very first episode of Hashtag Rise and Grind. And listen, man, over that period of time, it has been an incredible evolution. We're actually evolving as we go into today. We're streaming into multiple platforms, which we hadn't done before, and just it's growing. It's getting bigger and better and different and unique, and it's such a process, right? And I love it, man. I love it because you have to understand something. See, I designed Hashtag Rise and Grind originally for 3 primary reasons. The reason number 1 that we started this show, that I went live at 5:30 in the morning from my closet at my house on January 6th of 2018. The reason I went live for the very first time is I was getting really frustrated with what I was seeing on social media. There was a lot of negativity. There was a lot of violence. There was a lot of racism and division. Players were kneeling in the NFL, and that was sparking controversy. And there was just a lot of things that were going on in social media, and it was very frustrating to me. It was frustrating that every time I popped in there, I walked away with a negative sentiment, right? I walked in with a negative sentiment, or I walked away with a negative sentiment. And so I got really frustrated about that. But there's something a mentor once told me. A mentor once told me, whatever the thing is that is frustrating you most is likely the direction you need to go. Instead of complaining about that frustration, go out there and do something about it. Be a solution-oriented person, not a problem-oriented person. So I sensed the frustration that I was feeling, and I thought, okay, this is the direction we need to lean. We need to lean into this a little bit. We need to create a space that is motivating, educating, and inspiring to counteract the negativity. And so that was the first reason that we started hashtag Rise and Grind. The second reason that I started hashtag Rise and Grind is it was an incredible opportunity for marketing. Incredible opportunity. I worked at the #1 dealership in the country, as far as I'm concerned, Dan Cummins Chevrolet and Buick in Paris, Kentucky. And I thought, man, this is an incredible opportunity to use the power of frequency plus proximity equals affinity and use that power to connect our brand to a really positive message, right? Connect our brand into a really positive. Hold on. The guys were telling me it's a little soft in Clubhouse. Let me know if that's a little bit better. We're working on that. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Is that better? You guys send me a message. Scott Simons, William, send me a message if that's better. We're streaming to both. Okay. They say better. Okay, good. Okay, good. Thank you guys. Right? So here we were at Dan Cummins, and I thought, man, this is an incredible marketing opportunity for our dealership. We could associate our brand with something really incredible and positive first thing in the morning. We can connect with human beings on a daily basis with frequency. We can even do our branding. I used to say every single morning, my name is Glenn Lundy, and I'm a husband to 1. And back then it was like father to 5 or 6 or whatever it was. I'm a husband to 1, a father to 5 or 6. It's 5:30 a.m. and I am the general manager at Dan Cummins Chevrolet and Buick in Paris, Kentucky, the second largest used car franchise dealership in America. It's 5:30 a.m. and I hope you're ready to rise and grind. So it was kind of like a jingle, right? It was a jingle for the dealership. It was an opportunity to connect and build trust with our customers. So it worked really, really well from a marketing standpoint. Now, the third reason that I decided to create hashtag Rise and Grind is that I remember a season of my life where I was homeless. A season of my life where I was homeless, and in that particular season of my life, the worst part of homelessness is not that you're broke. It's not that you don't have a place to live. The worst part about homelessness is ultimately that you become invisible. Completely and utterly invisible. People don't want to make eye contact with you. I don't blame them. Maybe they're afraid you're going to make them feel guilty if you ask for money and they don't give it to you, or maybe they're afraid you're going to mug them or something. Who knows, right? But ultimately you become invisible. And that is the worst part of homelessness by far. And so I wanted to create a place where people could feel seen, where people would know, right? People would know, hey, Glenn's going to be there at 5:30 a.m. and he's going to say my name. So I wanted to create that. And so those were the 3 key reasons I created Rise and Grind, right? Too much negativity, a great marketing strategy, and ultimately an opportunity to reach everyone who feels invisible. Now, since then, hashtag Rise and Grind has evolved. It has evolved on a massive level. It has evolved rapidly, morphing into so much more than just those 3 things. Like, it's become a connected family. There are people in the Rise and Grind group and online that have met up offline. They've shared the dinner tables. They've gone out to restaurants. They've shared experiences together. We've had people that have gotten married and connected through Rise and Grind, right? It became a connected family. It also became a charitable outreach opportunity where we've been able to go out into the world, and ultimately over a period of a couple of years, we've raised over $750,000 to serve people in different ways, handing out blessing backpacks, helping people battle cancer, getting homeless people off the street, and ultimately attacking human sex trafficking around the globe. We've been able to do some amazing things. Also, of course, there's been an entire line of products that evolved out of that initial show, everything from coffee to hoodies to hats to t-shirts. And it's like this badge of honor that the Rise and Grind members wear, right? We throw on our Rise and Grind shirt, we throw on our hat, and we go out and we attack our morning. So it has evolved into an entire line of products and gear. I never anticipated any of that. You see, what started as a simple idea has since saved lives. I got a message on Facebook from a gentleman. This gentleman on Facebook, he sent me a message and he said, "Hey, Glenn, I was sitting in my car with a gun and I was ready to take my own life." This was a father of two, married. He said, "I was sitting in my car with a gun and I was ready to take my own life. And I went onto Facebook to leave one final farewell message. And while I was on Facebook, I just happened to popped up your show. And on your show, I popped into the room and you said my name. And for some reason, when you said my name, I felt seen and I felt like I could make it one more day." And since then, that gentleman has poured into his wife. He's poured into his children. They've had another baby since then. I mean, lives completely changed because of that decision to go live from a closet at 5:30 in the morning on January 6, 2018. We've been able to create an incredible community here. A community of families that have moved from state to state, that have connected and created new opportunities that they didn't have before. On the screen here on Facebook, we have Mike and Tina Overfelt. Mike and Tina Overfelt connected with me through 800% Club and watching hashtag Rise and Grind. And now their beautiful family has made some different moves across the country. And ultimately, they've connected with Liza Myers-Borges and the Carter Myers Automotive Group. And he's the general manager over there. And their dealership is absolutely killing it. And they've started this new life with new friends and this new vigor. And it's amazing, man. It's amazing the opportunities and the connections and the networking that has been created through this show over the last few years. It has evolved in such an incredible way that I never anticipated. And ultimately, hashtag Rise and Grind has completely transformed me personally. I am healthier than I've ever been. I am more connected than I've ever been. I am far more disciplined than ever. Like, I used to do the late night things still. I used to sleep in quite a bit. Now I'm going to bed at 11:30 at night and I'm getting up at 3:20 in the morning. And mostly, I have even more energy now than I did before. When I was sleeping more, when I wasn't doing the morning things and so on and so forth. Like, I had a lot of energy working over at Dan Cummins Chevrolet and Buick. I loved it. We were growing and it was fun. And I was in my element. But dude, I've got even more energy now. I sleep 4 hours and 20 minutes a night. I have 8 kids. Yes, I have 8 kids, and I work my freaking tail off running this business, running multiple businesses, running a show, doing all of those things. And yet I have more energy now than ever before. How is that? Well, ultimately, it's because the reward is great enough. You see, some of you are feeling exhausted. Some of you are feeling exhausted every day. And I'm here to tell you that if you're exhausted at the end of the day, 90% of the time, it's not because you worked your tail off all day. 90% of the time, if you're exhausted at the end of the day, it's because the reward wasn't great enough. We're going to dive in on that here a little bit on hashtag Rise and Grind. But first, before we do, y'all know what we got to do. We got to do some dancing up in here. We got to get the body moving. We got to get the blood flowing. We gotta get the heart pumping. That's right. We gotta do some dancing here on hashtag Rise and Grind. For those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. For those of you that are over on Clubhouse, there's a little plus sign in the bottom right-hand corner. That's right. There's a little plus sign in the bottom right-hand corner. Hit that plus sign. Ping some people into this room because we are changing the way they start their day. And sometimes all it takes is that little ping to make a massive impact in their life. This is also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. How you doing, Kimberly Garner? What's up, Tisha White and Cindy Conley? How you doing, Mike Overfelt? I got to say thank you to Cindy, by the way. Cindy hooked us up. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate you. What's up, Jayma Newhoff? How you doing, Jay Burchell and Grace Hall? We've got Joan Goebel up in here and Melvin Rodriguez over on Clubhouse. I want to make sure to say good morning to my Clubhouse peeps, too. Over on Clubhouse, I see Wendy and Jonathan and Luis and Beverly. What's up, Monif? How you doing, Tina and Michelle and Keisha and Bruce is up in here. What's up, Irinsky? How you doing, Clarissa, Anili and Shannon? We got Jasara up in here and Liam and Carmen. Everybody's over here in Clubhouse. Between the two platforms, we got 500 people starting off their day right here on hashtag Rise and Grind. I love it. What's up, Robert Downey, Michael Guthrie? Tag some people in, my friends. Let's get this going. Whether you're listening on Clubhouse or maybe you're watching on YouTube, maybe you're listening to our podcast, maybe you're on Facebook at Official Glenn Lundy, wherever you are, connect with me. Say what's up, all right? I want you to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you. I go back and I say good morning to all the peeps. I want you to know that I see you. I do. I see you. And I love you. I'm super excited that you're here. So let's dive in today's episode of hashtag Rise and Grind. Evolution. By definition, the gradual development of something, especially from a simple to a more complex form. You should do that, by the way. Anytime you're looking at a word or studying a word, you should always look up the definition of that word. Make sure you really understand what it means. Evolution means the gradual development of something, especially from a simple to a more complex form. Ultimately, it's a gradual process of change, right? It's a gradual process of change, ultimately leading to a complete transformation. What was becomes something new. Science uses this idea of evolution to explain the creation of modern man and Earth and the universe as we know it. From what they call a big bang through a series of metamorphoses over time that have brought us to the modern man that we see today. Christianity uses a symbol of baptism, a cleansing of all sins, and ultimately the beginning of eternal life. In our hashtag Rise and Grind planner, there are quotes at the top of every single page in the planner that are submitted by actual Rise and Grind members. In today's quote, when I opened up my planner to do my gratitude, the first thing I saw was from Vanessa Wallace. And Vanessa Wallace, in the planner, it says this. It says, you cannot begin the next chapter if you keep rereading the last. You cannot begin the next chapter in your life if you keep rereading the last. You see all these examples of something old becoming something new. All of these examples of evolution in our lifetime, they're all very different and yet uniquely the same. What was becomes what is. What is inspires what's next. So the question I have for you this morning is, what's next? What is next for you? Listen, man, COVID has drug on for a long time. And it's put many people in a bubble, right? A cocoon of sorts. What was originally 2 weeks has become nearly a year. I was talking to my wife about this last night. I was like, honey, it's been almost a year. When initially we were told maybe a couple weeks. You see, COVID has carved a path of destruction, no doubt. A path that's gone far and wide, ultimately impacting 7 billion people on this planet. There is no one on this planet who has not been touched in some way, shape, or form by COVID and the destructive path that it has taken through our planet. There's no one that hasn't been touched. And so listen, friends, we got to keep it real because you and I are friends, right? My name is Glenn Lundy and I am your friend. So here's what I have to say to you. What was is gone forever. I just want you to hear that this morning. What is ultimately inspires what's next. You see, that's how evolution works. What was becomes what is, and what is inspires what's next. So listen, you might feel tired right now. You might feel really, really, really tired of all the stuff. And trust me, I get it. Change can do that. Change can wear you out. You may feel down or depressed right now. And I need you to understand that you're not alone. Change can do that. Change can make you feel that way. That's natural. You may feel frustrated or restricted right now. Well, let me tell you something. Cocoons are a tight fit for a reason. You see, from the moment that you were born, you came into this earth through an incredibly uncomfortable and traumatic experience. Believe me, I've witnessed it 8 times. When you were born, it is through a traumatic and rather constricting and extremely uncomfortable experience. You go from warmth, you go from being taken care of, to brought into this world that's loud and bright and noisy and different and chaotic. And there's a reason that 95% of you came into this life crying. There's a reason for that. Because it was traumatic. But what was became what is. And what is inspires what's next. You see, since that day that you were born, you've evolved. Your thoughts have evolved. Your belief systems have evolved. Your experiences have evolved. All of it ultimately molding and shaping you specifically and uniquely. And now here you are, Tuesday, January 19th, 2021, living in the midst of a pandemic, living in the midst of one of the most destructive forces that we've ever seen in our lifetimes. And here you are, uniquely and specifically chosen for this particular moment. You stand here before us in all of your glory and grandeur. Because, see, I want to remind you something this morning. I want to remind you that you have accomplished so much. Dude, you've accomplished so much. Look at the challenges you've faced. Look at the events in your life that you've survived through. Not only survived, but ultimately thrived. Look at everything that you had to do to get to where you are today. You should be so incredibly proud of yourself. You have evolved into this absolutely incredible being. You've accomplished so much in your life. So I want you to hear these words. Lean in with me just a second. Lean in. I don't know exactly who I'm talking to this morning, but I want you to lean in because I know this season has been hard for you. I know it has. And we can all put on a face and we can all say it's been the best thing ever. And we can all say, well, we've innovated and we've created and it's been amazing, right? We can all say that, but let's just be friends here. It's just you and I in the room. There have been moments of fear and anxiety and frustration that you've experienced through this. And so this morning, Tuesday, January 19th, I just want to remind you, dude, you are powerful. I am so proud of you. You have accomplished so much. So what's next? You see, you did not come this far to come this far. You did not come this far to come this far. No, not you, not you, not you. Other people maybe, but not you. You didn't come this far to only come this far. You see, you are a child of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And that God made you a queen and a king and gave you both the ability and the responsibility to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Not an average version, not a below average version, not a little bit above average version, but the absolute best that you can possibly be. And so I ask you to embrace that. I ask you to feel the uncomfortable and understand that that is a part of change. I ask you to receive the environment and situation that we're currently in and understand that it is a state of evolution, a state that is uncomfortable for a reason, because that is how you are birthed into your greatness, is through that uncomfort. What's next for you? What's next? It's important that you make a decision. Just decide. Just decide to step into your greatness, because when you do, ultimately, it's going to make an impact on your friends, on your family members, on your coworkers. You deciding to show up here today with me has made an impact on my life. And I, for one, absolutely love you for it. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you. I mean that with all of my heart. You are my brother. You are my sister. And I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. So let's continue to get out there and get it. What's next? Do not allow the uncomfortable changes to keep you from your greatness. Step into it. You got what it takes, my friend. You've got what it takes. Listen. If you need more videos like this, you can go to GlennLundy.com. That's right. You can go to GlennLundy.com if you need more videos like this. If you haven't done so already, make sure you connect with me, whether it be on YouTube or through the podcast, right here on Facebook, over in Clubhouse. Make sure you connect with me, send me a message, do all those things. I want to get to know you. I want to continue to pour into you. Do all of those things, please. I would greatly appreciate it. And most importantly, I need you to do me a huge favor. Will you come back here again tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. because we're going to do this all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. Go out there and have an incredible day today. What's next? Let's go. You got this. Come on now. Let's do it.